name is Carol Carrillo-Kozich, and I'm one of the senior counselors. Had been in admissions for the past 4 years, and I love my job. Also from Los Angeles, so super close to Biola, and I'm a Biola grad as well. So Thanksgiving tradition that we still plan to do. So I recently just got married, so I'm excited that my husband and I will get to start new traditions. So normally we spend it with our individual families, but now we can do whatever we want. So I'm super excited for that. We have no idea what we're gonna do yet, but something that we normally have done, we do Black Friday shopping Thursday night. So right after we eat, we go to Best Buy and get Blu-rays for like $5 because they're super affordable at that time. So yeah, that's what we will plan to do. Now I'll hand it off to Horacio.
Hi everyone, my name is Horacio Sevilla. I am the freshman admissions recruiter. As you can see, there's a similar trend. I am also a Biola grad. So yeah, again, super excited to be here. I'm from Los Angeles, so super close to Biola. I'm like 20-30 minutes away from Biola. And then Thanksgiving traditions. I don't know if this is going to be a tradition or it's just something we do as a family. We always do kind of like figure out who our secret Santa is for the upcoming holidays. So it's just always, you know, sometimes you always get like those faces like, oh my God, I got that person kind of thing. So I just kind of just look at other people and see what their expressions are and trying to find out who got me. But yeah, super excited to be here.
Great. So now we're going to go into a game of Kahoot. So we have tried this before and it does work. So take out your phones or open another tab on your computer. And I will go ahead and share that right now. Let's see. So if you've never played Kahoot, you can either go to www.kahoot.it and all you have to do is type in a game pin and the code 6790724. Go ahead and click that. I'll wait for some players. I think there might be some lag, but okay. We got Amusing Kitten, Winged Panda, Dr. Fox, Quick Sloth.
Those are some good names.
Dynamic. I think these are like the pre-made names that you can do. Okay, Smiling Sphinx, Expert Koala, Amiable Dolphin. I love that. I forget amiable is a word. I use that one a lot. Fast Sloth. Okay, we got 24, 25 people. Let's wait for a little bit more. Eager Rooster, Eager Dove.
Brave Lemur. That one's a good one.
Got Fast Bat, okay. Dandy Squid, 27. I think there's 40 of you, or maybe 30 of you. So let's wait until maybe 32 people join. 27. Okay, anyone else? Last chance, or you can just watch if you don't want to play, which is totally fine. Okay. Everyone's good? All right, so let's get started. So the quiz today is how well do you know Biola? There's going to be a series of questions and you pick your best guess. So when was Biola founded? Was it A, Triangle 1895, Diamond 1908, Circle 1914, or Square 1901? When was Biola founded? This is actually a picture of our fountain on campus. So it's beautiful. Let's see if you guess. Yay! If you guessed 1908, you are correct. That is the correct answer. You see some of you thought a little bit earlier, which thank you, but we're not, we weren't founded in the 1800s. So Amiable Dolphin in the lead with 890. All right, next question. Which Biola athletics team has been undefeated since 1908? Is it our track and field team, our basketball team, our football team, or our baseball team? What do you believe has been undefeated since 1908? We're super proud of the stat. It's something we always brag about. right, let's see what you all guessed. Oh, okay, 11. Mostly said baseball, but the answer is football. It was a trick question. We don't have a football team, which is why we say we've been undefeated since 1908. So sorry, that was a trick question. Okay, Amiable Dolphins still in the lead. Hero Raven coming right up. All right, third question. Which of these is not a student club at Biola? First, the Adventure Club, Hula Halal, Hide and Seek Club, or Jesus of Jazzeret? Which is not a club at Biola? What do you think? This is actually a picture of one of our event balloons. We love these balloons, but we don't have them today. It's okay. All right, yes. So it seems like some of you thought the Hide and Seek Club, which it is actually our most popular club. Literally what it sounds like, you play hide and seek on campus. It is the hardest club to find though, but Jesus of Jazzeret is not a club that exists at Biola, which would be really fun. If you want to start it, you can when you come here. Oh, Hero Raven sneaking in on first place. Okay. Which of these filmmakers graduated from Biola? Was it Scott Derrickson, director of Doctor Strange? Was it Rod Rideau, Chief Technology Officer of Lucasfilm, Zach Keane, or Laura Aldridge? Let's see who graduated from Biola. That's 27. And the answer is all of them. They all graduated from Biola. So good job for your guesses. But yes, Zach Keane is one of our most popular alums and our most well-known, as well as Scott Derrickson. So good guesses, everyone. Kira Raven still in the lead. Okay, next question. Where in downtown Los Angeles was Biola originally founded? Was it on 9th and Broadway, 6th and Hope Street, 6th and Hill Street, or 7th and Los Angeles Street? Where do you believe Biola was founded? This is an actual picture of the building in downtown LA, and that sign still glows every night. And the answer is 6th and Hope Street. So good job to 13 of you who guessed that. If you still go there to this day, the sign is still there and it still glows every night. We have a replica of it on our campus. Okay, Hero Raven still in the lead. Okay, 6 out of 10. So which of these is not a Biola housing option? So which of these is not a dorm? Is it Hope Hall, Horton Hall, Hart Hall, or Heritage Hall? All the H's. What do you believe is not a Biola dorm? That picture right there, if you have visited campus, that is one of our dorms, which I won't say the name of, so that will give it away. Heritage Hall, good job, 13 of you. Yes, Heritage Hall is not a dorm, but all the other H's are a dorm on campus. So good guesses there. We do have a cafe called Heritage Cafe, but not a hall. Brave Lemur in the lead. Okay, which of these SoCal locations is within 20 miles of Biola? Is it A, Disneyland, Dodger Stadium, the Staples Center, or Huntington Beach? Which one of these is within 20 miles of Biola? It would be driving. So let's say what? Oh, everyone's already answered this. This is really fast. Disneyland, yes, and actually all of these are correct. We are pretty centralized right between LA County and Orange County, so Disneyland, Dodger Stadium, all of these are within 20 miles of Biola. But yes, Disneyland is something that everyone knows us for. Brave Lemur still in the lead. Okay, next question. Which of these is not a university-wide student event? Is it Mock Rock, which is a lip singing and dance competition? Is it the Pool, which is an annual tug of war competition? Is it Nation Ball, a dodgeball tournament between dorms? Or is it a Christmas tree lighting, which is completed with snow? What do you think is not a university event? Yes, the tug of war is not. So for the 12 of you that guessed that, you are correct. That is not a university event. But all the other things are. Christmas tree lighting is one of our favorites. I don't believe it's going to happen this year, sadly. But okay, second to last question. What is the name of Biola's mascot? Is it Eugene the Eagle, Elijah the Eagle, Elijah the Eagle, or Eddie the Eagle? If you see some pattern there, it's an E, obviously for eagle. So what do you think is the name of our Biola mascot? One more answer. Great, Eddie the Eagle. Yes, good job, everyone. It seems like you are getting the questions. Oh, a winged dingo has just come up to number one. Okay, last question. What was Biola an acronym for when it was originally founded? So it is an acronym, so what was it? Biology Innovators of Los Angeles, Bible Institute of Los Angeles, Bible Interpreters of Los Angeles, or it was named after Eugene Biola. Oh, wow. Bible Institute of Los Angeles, 28. That is a perfect score. Good job, everyone. So let's see who got first place. In third place, we have the amiable lion. Good job, whoever that is. Second place, the eager dove. And first place with 8 out of 10 questions correct. So the winged dingo. Good job, everyone. Feel free to clap your hands. Good job. You guys all did so well. Turn this off. And then we'll move on to the next portion of our agenda.
Great, yeah, awesome. I just want to make sure everything is set up correctly. I'm going to share my screen, actually give you guys a small admission presentation about Biola. So super exciting things. I'm going to try to talk a little bit slower just to make sure that the subtitles catch up with my fast-pacing voice. But yeah, super excited just to have the opportunity to speak a little bit about Biola. I know that you're going to learn a lot about Biola today, but hopefully this small presentation should be about 8 minutes. Can actually just give you a nice brief overview and show you what to expect for this upcoming week. Yeah, so Biola University, as we kind of answered over the questions, you notice that we are a private Christian school in the city of La Mirada, so not too far away from LA County, Dodger Stadium, all those places, but we're also pretty close to tons of places in Orange County, such as Disneyland. Again, we were founded in 1908, moved to La Mirada in the 1950s. So again, super exciting place, exciting time to just be a Biola student. Hopefully today is a great week for you, or it's the beginning of a great week for you. Again, one of the biggest things about Biola is honestly our school in general and the kind of academics we provide for our students. I think a big reason why our academics can really show for our students is through our professors. Carol, Emily, and even Ashley can talk a lot about how professors have affected students' lives, how professors have been a big thing for all of us in one kind of capacity or some kind of capacity. A big reason, again, is because of our school size. We're about 4,000 undergrad students and then 2,000 grad students, and we actually have a 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio. So again, for every 14 students, we have one professor. Going on top of that, 72% of our classes are 25 and under. So again, having this kind of classroom environment, I went to a public school growing up, so my classroom sizes were pretty big, didn't really kind of have the, maybe the experience of maybe getting to know a professor personally, or even vice versa, them to get to know me personally. But at Biola, that's kind of the case a lot of the times. I've had professors invite me over for the house for Thanksgiving. I don't know if you would actually, if you would do that for any of your teachers right now. I've had professors buy me coffee. Free food is always the best kind of food, right? But even then, I've had professors who maybe don't care about me just academically, but they care about me spiritually, emotionally, mentally. And I think having that kind of college environment was super beneficial for me. So again, if that's something that you're interested in, it's something that maybe you've experienced already through private school or through mentorships or anything along those lines, maybe Biola is a good place for you if you want to further your education in that kind of manner. Here are a couple majors that we offer at our school. Again, these are just few of many, about 9. We offer about over 40 majors and 80 concentrations. So again, these range from business, biology, film. We're top 40 in the world for film schools, education, engineering, kinesiology, nursing, psychology, and sociology. Again, all of these careers are a potential thing that you can study. One thing to note, obviously, if you attend and if you haven't heard about Biola, is that we are a Christian school, right? Like it's a big factor in who we are. And the way we show that and the way we express that, we like to think biblically about everything. So as you may have seen all those majors on the previous slide, we like to integrate our faith into our careers, into our lives. So what does that look like? I'm gonna give a quick example. I was a science major, and growing up, or at least in school, high school and things like that, it was always science versus religion, right? Two things that should never mix, two things that should never kind of be in the same room together. But going to Biola, getting an education, not just in my career, but also in my faith, right? actually all students will graduate with a minor in biblical studies, so they'll take 10 Bible classes during their time at Biola. So on top of the Bible minor, we also want to integrate our faith into our career classes. So again, back to that example of faith versus science or religion versus science, my professors and those around me showed us how to integrate both, right? And to the point that all of these two spheres, right, my career and my faith, can actually be together, right? They don't have to be separate. They don't have to be two separate bubbles. They can actually be part of the same bubble, I guess would be the better word to use. And again, that applies not just to science, but it applies to business, to psychology, to education, to anything that you decide to pursue your life with. We want to equip you not just with the skills to do well in your career, but also to grow in your faith. And I think a big way we also kind of allow our students to do that is actually we provide a specific kind of community. We're actually one of the few private Christian universities in California that has an all Christian community. So not only are our staff and our professors Christians, but also our students. And again, we want to make sure that our students are able to grow in this kind of environment so that by the time they step out, right, by the time they graduate, they again have a foundation not only in their career, but in their faith. Lastly, I always tell students, hey, with life, I'm sure a lot of you, whether you're a senior, whether you're a junior in high school or a sophomore, whichever grade you're in, I'm sure you're busy with life. And sometimes it's really hard to prioritize the things you care about. You know, a lot of students care about their faith, right? That is a priority. They care about the things that they do. They care about going to church. They care about reading and things like that. And I think when you go to college, sometimes you get really busy and you forget to do those things. You forget to prioritize your faith. So a cool thing that we do to help out our students is we actually provide mini church services, or what we like to call them chapels, throughout the week. We actually offer about 9 per week, and we ask our students to attend at least 20 per semester. So over the course of a semester, there's about 140 plus chapels that students can attend, all ranging from wisdom chapels, which is like a mini, like, you know, a quick word chapel, or maybe a worship chapel, which is on Sunday nights called Singspiration, or maybe it's a lit prayer, like it's called 12s on Tuesday at 12 p.m., as you can see by the name, right? So, or it's called midday, not 12s, it's called midday. 5s is the one at 5, sorry. I don't go to Biola at all. So again, just an opportunity for our students to really invest into their faith as they're pursuing their career, right? You don't have to put one in the back burner, right? You don't have to, you know, stop doing one just because you're focusing, again, maybe on school. One big thing, again, I think this is always a thing, a conversation, usually when parents ask these questions, but I think it's pretty important to bring it up to students as well, is by the end, you want to graduate, right? And you want to get a career. You want to make sure that you're successful, that you jump into the career that you want. About 87% of our students who graduate from Biola, about 6 months after graduating, actually have a job or in grad school 6 months, right? So that's a pretty good stat. But I think the big stat, the more important one that we need to notice, or at least focus on, is the 90% one. 90% of our students actually find themselves in an internship, one or more internships during their undergrad career. So again, being in the kind of location we are in between Los Angeles and Orange County, our students have tons of opportunities for internships, for research opportunities, whether it's on campus, off campus. And again, we want to make sure our students are equipped with the tools, right, even before they graduate. So by the time you graduate, you apply for a job, you know, your employer will be like, okay, wow, you've done a lot already, or oh wow, I didn't even realize you did this already, right? We want to make sure that you are above your competitors in terms of, again, applying for a job. And a big way we do that is through our internships and research opportunities during your undergrad career. As you can see on that bottom right corner, you can see a lot of the potential employers that maybe you can apply to, maybe you're interested in applying to. And again, these are just to name a few. So again, Apple, Boeing, places like that. So again, just know again that Biola again will equip you with the things that you need to know. And again, we hopefully will make sure that ensure that you can get a potential job here in California or maybe even outside of California. Now, financial aid is always a conversation to have. It's always something to talk about. But again, one thing to note, as you can see the big sticker price right there, about $54,000, over 90% of our students receive one or more forms of financial aid. And the biggest one that we offer is our freshman academic scholarship, which ranges from $10,000 to $20,000. Again, this is actually granted to you upon admission. So once you apply to Biola, once you get accepted into Biola, you will gain some form of scholarship between $10,000 and $20,000. And again, that's not the only scholarship we offer. We have about 10 plus more university funded scholarship opportunities. Just gonna make sure I at least tell you the admissions requirements, right? If you know them already, great. If you applied already, great. But maybe for those who don't, you must be a believer of the Christian faith. So that is a requirement for our school. Minimum GPA requirement of 3.0. And then again, once you graduate high school, we'll ask you to send your transcript if you already did, or you haven't, or you're working on your GED. Again, we'll just request that you send that to us. And then a lot of students are asking about test scores, about SAT, ACT scores. Those will actually be weighed for spring 2021 and fall 2021. So you don't have to worry about them. Great, congrats. Made it easier for you. But yeah, again, super excited that you guys are going to be here. Super excited that, again, you are visiting us virtually. Hopefully this upcoming spring or maybe next year you can visit us in person. I actually just want to extend my contact information. Again, I'm the recruiter. I'm the one in charge of basically being the baton passer. You talk to me, I give you everything you want, and by the time you're ready to apply, we'll maybe hand you off to someone like Emily or Carol, right? One of our admissions counselors. So if you have any questions, you want to visit our Instagram page or even Zini, which is a platform where a lot of students are connected even before attending Biola, feel free to check them out. My contact information is there. But yeah, super excited you're here. And that's pretty much my presentation. I want to make sure I finish on time.
So good. Thanks, Horacio. I just wanted to let you guys all know before we dive into questions that we have so many things happening this week for you all. Things like department open houses. We have sessions with our current students. I know that there was one with, I think, one of our ambassadors who is an art major, kind of doing like a sketch with me sort of thing. There's just a lot happening. We also have an application workshop happening tomorrow too. So I want to give you some quick tips of like how to make the most of this week. And then we're going to dive into a quick Q&A and try and answer some submitted questions that already got sent into us. If you do have some questions, feel free to send those to us, but we'll probably whip through them pretty quick and get you guys going on your way at 10:30. So some quick tips for you guys as you're going throughout the week. First thing first is connect with your admissions counselor. Myself and Carol are some of the admissions counselors, but know that each of you has been assigned an admissions counselor at Biola based on the area that you live. So for me, I work with all Central Valley students. I work with Colorado students as well. So I would be your admissions counselor. So feel free to connect with your admissions counselor. There is a great website that allows you to connect with them. It's just Biola. You can search Meet My Counselor and you can connect with them directly. Second quick tip for you guys is to attend the sessions. Come to anything and everything that you're interested in. Like I said, everything will be recorded. So if you have school, if you're doing in-person school and you like have to go to school, that's okay. You can watch the recorded version of the session, but come to anything that you're interested in. We want to see you there and hopefully give you a better sense of the Biola community too. And then last thing is to ask questions. We have a lot of people who are here to connect with you this week. Our counselors, our like incredible ambassador team, our staff, our faculty are all here for you. So please take the liberty to ask any questions that you're curious about. No question is dumb. We want to answer all of them. So with that being said, we're going to dive into some questions that we have already received. And if you think of anything, feel free to chat us and we'll try and answer them for you guys today. But Carol, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, thanks, Emily. So for those of you who were able to submit some questions, we're just going to read them off. And then either Horacio or Emily or myself will answer your questions as best as we can in the small amount of time we have. Okay, so this is kind of a two-part question, but what does an impressive college application look like? And how do I improve my application essay? Horacio, would you mind answering this?
Sure, yeah, can you actually repeat that second part again?
Oh, yeah, no worries. What is an impressive, yeah. What does an impressive college application look like? And how do I improve my application essay?
Yeah, again, I think, at least for Biola, obviously good grades and test scores are always an important thing. But at least I think a really cool thing about Biola, and I think that maybe a lot of students don't really understand or maybe realize when they apply for Biola, is that actually the essay is a really big part for us. Again, it's our way to, or at least our counselors, to get to really know our students. It's an opportunity to maybe gauge into your life, you know, maybe your Christian experience or how you grew up a Christian or how you became a Christian. I believe the questions are, when did you become a Christian and how have you grown as a Christian these past 2 years? And I think another one, a little small one's like, why Biola, right? At least my advice for those is to be honest. This is your opportunity to really tell your counselor, hey, this has been my life. This is why Biola is the place for me. I want to be here. I think I know a lot of students who maybe have lower GPAs, right? They don't meet the actual GPA requirements, but their essays, really show who they are, really show their character, their determination, their passion for Biola. And I think that's even enough for a counselor to be like, okay, this student belongs here. I think a good way to maybe encapsulate everything is our counselors aren't looking for reasons to not accept you, right? It's actually the opposite. We're looking for any kind of reason to accept you, any way we can accept you. And again, if that's you saying, explaining, hey, this was my school life as I was growing as a Christian, or hey, I've done these kinds of mission trips, or I grew up in this kind of environment. Like those kinds of insights into your life are really helpful for our counselors to determine whether you are a good fit for Biola, but also if Biola is a good fit for you as well. So yeah, that's just a little bit of advice. I'm sure you'll hear more throughout the week.
Yes. And a quick plug, we will have an application workshop. So you can ask the ins and outs of our application tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you tune in there. Okay, I think we have time for just one more question, but this is a question we get quite often. So are freshmen required to stay on campus, and are they allowed to have a car? Emily, would you mind?
Yes. So incoming freshmen, if you do not have family in the area, immediate family that you can stay with, or you're outside of the commuting range, you would be asked to live on campus for your first 2 years or until you're 20, whichever is sooner. From then, you can either choose to continue to live on campus, or you can live off campus, maybe in our Biola apartments that are just off campus, or you could just go off campus completely. When I was at Biola, I lived in the dorms for 3 years. I'm not required to live on campus for 3 years, but I just liked it so much. So that might be you. You're welcome to do that. And then in terms of bringing a car, all of our students are welcome to bring a car on campus. We have ample parking for you guys available. So it's not a burden or struggle at all finding a parking spot either.
Yeah. That's really all the time we have today. So make sure, if you have more questions, feel free to ask them throughout these sessions as you're going about your week. But that's pretty much it. And then we are just going to close off with a quick prayer and then send you off to your next session.
Great, awesome. If you want to turn off your screen, close your eyes, you do you. Dear God, thank you so much for allowing us to be here, God. Thank you so much that students have found the time to really come to these virtual sessions, God. We know that this looks very different than what maybe all of us expected, but we know that you have a purpose for this, that you will show yourself through all these events, through these students, through the interactions that they have. And yeah, God, I just hope that these kinds of events that we are holding today, these virtual events, go well. There's not too much technical difficulties, and we hope that students are able to really understand and obtain the information that they need, and maybe potentially make the decision that Bible is for them, or maybe not for them, God. We just pray that wherever you decide to put them, wherever you decide to send them, God, that it is your will and that we are able to follow it. Thank you so much for maybe, at least for California, the nice colder weather. And we hope that students can really enjoy the things that we have prepared for them this week. We love you so much, and thank you so much for the ultimate sacrifice of your son. We love you so much. In your name we say amen. Awesome, guys. Again, thank you so much for being here. Super excited for you guys to be here. I believe you should go on your way to the next sessions, and yeah, hopefully you get all the information that you need for this week.
Yes.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Nice to meet you all. We'll see you soon.